Arbor native. I've been here since the very beginning of me, and worked after college. I went to Michigan, worked in radio here and in Jackson, and started a small advertising agency and production company in the mid-1980s, and then we launched Acoustic Café out of that in 1994, late 94, early 95, and have continued on for 15 years. Yay! How many do I think I've done? It's 757 as of this week. I keep a very close tab on this. No, it's it is a weekly program. It's 2 hours every week and has been continuously running since the third week of January '95. So you can do that math yourself, but it's 757. Yeah, Beck's been on the show. Joan Baez has been on the show. John Prine. I mean, it's a singer-songwriter program, so anybody who could be identified as a singer and songwriter, they would apply. But we go far-flung there too. People like Pat Metheny, we consider to be a singer and songwriter, even though he's working in the jazz world. So he's been on the show. James Taylor's been on the show. His son, his brother Livingston's been on the show. His son Ben's been on the show. I mean, all of these people are in that category. So we've had a nice run, and like I said, so we've had 757 guests. Ani DeFranco was one of our earliest guests back in the early '90s, and it's been fun to watch her career develop over 15 years or more. John Mayer was on the program early. Nora Jones was on the program. I mean, these are all literally before their records came out or just after their first records came out. And so it's always fun to watch people kind of launch, not from this program specifically, but to watch their careers launch over time. Being able to recognize certain human behaviors is a really advantageous place to be when you are in a studio setting. And I'm actually not as good at it as the studio staff. That's Jeff Michael, Greg Leonard, Krista Ross. These guys are fabulous at recognizing when a situation is getting tense or when a situation has lost control or whatever, and being able to come out into the room with a band and chill it out. So, psychology all the time. The program is heard on about 85 stations around the country. Those stations are a mix of commercial radio stations and non-commercial stations, public radio stations. And then Voice of America carries the show worldwide. We have a few far-flung international affiliates. We have one in Australia, we have one in New Zealand, one in Cyprus, Italy. I mean, we have some individual stations, but then Voice of America carries us throughout Africa, Asia, Eastern Europe, South America. So that's nice coverage. That's very interesting. We were always what's called a barter show, which means that they give us airtime that we can then sell to national sponsors. So that's how the program supports itself, and it has been supported that way since 1995.